Alfa, CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa, Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada na linha número 1. Circula com um atraso de 5 minutos. A sua hora prevista de chegada é às 16 horas e 15 minutos. Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incômodos causados. Dentro de momentos, dará entrada na linha número 1. O comboio.
Entremete de Darwin Nunes é o que abriu o marcador. Os adeptos acreditam. A luz pode morrer outra vez. E a luz e hoje quem vai gritar o golo? Se a bola entrar vão ser os adeptos. Eu depois vou acompanhar. Ai, ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar.
What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of Benfica After 90 Champions League Edition. Champions League Edition, air quotes, are definitely needed, right? Because somebody's going to be smart and say, you guys, it's not really the Champions League. But it's okay. It's okay. Benfica are through to the next round. Today's show is going to be full of just good news, I think. Luis?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, good game. Good news, like you said, Kiev in the next stop, like Boris said. They've just literally, I think the game just finished now. So I think we played them before. We know how they play. So yeah,
definitely. It's definitely a team. It seems like we've played more often, like in these kinds of matches recently. It's some kind of Dinamo, somebody's Dinamo.
We're
usually playing
Zagreb and Kiev and Dynamo
Dinamo
or something like,
hey, Luis, just real quick, Denmark, this is where they're from, Jutland, if I'm not mistaken. Herning Jutland was red today. It was red. The fans, before we even start the show about the game, any news, just shout out to the fans. I had to make sure, like I had to look in the corner of the screen to see where we were because, man, those Benfiquistas were loud and they didn't stop the whole match.
I could hear him. And big shout out to Ross, who just became a socio of the 90. Okay, that's it. We're gonna get like okay.
Every time that comes, we have to have that for sure. Ross Brown, thank you for joining us. Boris, as always. Carlos, thanks for joining us in so far. Like I said, guys, we got some good news. We got a new member on the show. We got a new member of the team of Benfica. We have maybe 2 new members of Benfica, right? So let's get into it. First, we'll just start with the news that's already happened before the match. It looks like the off-season long Ricardo Horta watch, as I mentioned last week, if I'm not mistaken, is finally over. It hasn't been made official by the club yet. If I'm not mistaken, there has been no official statement by Benfica that's saying Ricardo Horta is now an Aguia, but it looks like the news outlets, everybody saying it, the Fabrizios, the Fabazios, all the guys, all the football guys are out there letting us know that the deal is done, Luis. Ricardo Horta is a Benfica player. How are you feeling about it?
I'm the pessimist kind of guy, man. If it's not if it's not from Benfica, if it's not like, I look at me, Andre Costa holding the t-shirt. I'm like, I'll hold up on it. I'll wait for it. But he does look that way. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to see him in the midfield with Neres, with Rafa. rotate with Joe Mario. I know Joe Mario can do good things if we keep him in good shape, if we don't overuse him, if we don't over-expect from him. And Tino's been absolute fire. Enzo, I still think we can see more from him.
I know. It's crazy. It's fucking kid,
I mean, you have like 5-6 midfielders there, and obviously we're talking about Horta. There's talks about, is it Frederick Orsnes? Not heard of him. Never watched him play. Not sure if he's any good. I hear very good things from everyone I speak about with Orsnes. So if he comes, we have like 7-8 midfielders we can use to rotate, and we're not counting, Shitkinho. I didn't like him today. I don't think he adds anything to this team. I tell you what, like, not because of the goal, but I said it on my video. I said it, I'd rather have Diogo, to be honest, because it's more lethal, and at least he tries a one-on-one. And then fucking 5 minutes later, he's like, boom. And I'm thinking, I know he was on the left, but still, he's just more lethal. He just feels more like energetic, and he wants to go forward. He wants to cross the ball. And talk about Gilberto as well, man. Gilberto has impressed me for like non-stop.
Yeah.
In the last season and the beginning.
The thing about Gilberto, and I've noticed this, is the 70 minutes. I'm not saying that he's the new Trapt, but 70 minutes is what Gilberto has. He will be a solid right back for 70 minutes. And then after that, I don't know. It starts to, I guess the timing is off a little bit. He starts committing silly fouls. He starts, the pace starts to slow a bit, because at the end of that game, and Roger kind of identified, I don't want to say that he identified, he's done this sub before. Maybe it's something that he's seen. I don't know if it's necessarily just him trying to get Boss a minute so that he could just take over in the last 20. I don't know how much you can show in 20 minutes. Maybe some guys a lot. But it definitely seems like that's a go-to substitute for him so far. Gilberto for Ba.
I think as well, man, like watching him play today and against, especially in a Champions League, he runs a lot, man. He's been running the entire game. So maybe he needs to manage that a little bit well. But yeah, I got you. But maybe he needs to manage that a little bit well. Maybe like talk to Tino and even Neres when he's playing, or because if he's that kind of person that every 70th minute he needs to go out. I mean, if we got Bar there, why not? But then there's some games where you don't want to waste that sub. You know what I mean? Like, I might need to change the midfield. I might have to get a striker in.
And that's kind of what I was hitting. That's kind of where I was getting to. Is that the first sub you want to make? Have to make is a right back. I mean, I always like, there's this thing, if I'm not mistaken, like you hear these things, like you don't really like to touch the defense in the middle of a game unless there's injury or something like that, or somebody's just really having a terrible match. But a substitute for defense is not normally, especially on the back line, is not normally something that's your go-to first sub out the gate.
Yeah, unless like you said, unless it's been planned and we know that Gilberto's 70th minute and you go, fuck it, Bar comes in. Bar's been good.
Yeah, he's been solid. Been good. Every time he shots.
Comes in, that feeling where you take one player out, the other one comes in, and you think, that's all right, I'm okay with that. Like, it's usually like you take someone out, and then the next player that comes in, you think, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. Like if you take Neres out and you put Chiquinho on, you automatically think, oh, that's gonna, that's going to take a bit of the flair away, the sprint, the speed, everything, right?
And Neres had a little knock. I'm sorry, Neres had a little knock, if I'm not mistaken. Is that why he sat?
Yeah, so I've been told that he's been training, like he's been doing light training and stuff, but he should be back for Casapia on Saturday.
Gotcha.
Although if we're playing I was searching, I couldn't find it like legit. So if anybody knows in the chat, please let me and Melo know, unless Melo knows. I'm not entirely sure when exactly we play Kiev or Dynamo Kiev. I don't know if it's like straight away next Tuesday, or do we take a 1 week break and then we play. I'm not entirely sure. But if we are to play Dynamo Kiev straight away next Tuesday, I'd rather you rest him against Casapia. Don't risk it so that he's full prepped for Dynamo Kiev, because like somebody said here on the chat, somebody said that Kiev was going to be a tough bone to break. And they're good in the air. They have some good speedy players. and they're gonna give us a game. I do believe that we're the better team, and we should, if we want to be in the Champions League and have a chance of going through, we need to be beating teams like this. But I do think they're gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. And real quick, just want to shout out Adrian Silva for joining. Ishmael at work. Shout out to you for joining us at work, man. Yeah. Zach, all the Benfiquistas Schmidt a blowjob. I'm gonna go ahead and use that whole. I'm just gonna go break the word up. There was a ton of garbage, and I'll save the conversation because I'm glad you said something like this. There's something and someone who works for Benfica who's quietly having himself like a very kind of quiet, nice off season. No ridicules, no pointing the fingers, no drama. No drama.
I was about to say no drama.
No drama, right? and we'll save that for the end. But like I said, man, there's a question here. Do you know if Horta joins tomorrow, he can play against Dini?
I don't see why not, because like because like you said, it's not Champions League. You don't have to like call up these players prior, like a month prior. You just do the So I think he's not played Champions League for Braga this season. First of all,
he doesn't have to be registered. Like you don't have to register.
Yeah, because it's not that far in yet. I think that if we beat Dinamo Kiev, then you have to register the players that you want to be in the Champions League. But right now it's playoffs, so you can just the Thursday before you put the sheet out and go, you're playing. I think, but then again, who the fuck am I? Like, I don't quote me on that, but like, I think that you don't have to. I think you can come in and play.
So we play next week. It looks like
we play next week. So we're playing straight away on Tuesday or Wednesday. Jesus, there's no stopping for Benfica, man.
Taylor, welcome to the show, man. No, you haven't missed much.
Ricardo, he missed the game.
Yeah. Did he? Did he miss the game?
I don't know if he just got here now. Hey.
Ricardo Horta is a Benfica player. That's what we're kind of talking about now.
Yeah,
we're on that subject now. And there's talks of, like you said, Fred Arsunes, defensive midfielder. And I just want to talk to the like you said earlier, we have these players, we have these players, we have these players. There's something that I hear a lot of Benfica players, or not players, fans, or some fans. I can't say all of them, right? That's a broad stroke, but I think there are Benfiquistas out there who think that Benfica lack depth in certain positions, or just depth overall. Having two new guys like Ricardo Horta and moving João Mario to the bench. And I know a lot of us give João Mario a hard time, but João Mario is one of those guys where I don't feel like overly, like, I don't feel excited about him when he's in, but I'm not scared that he's gonna make some major mistake and cost us, like, so it's not really something. He's a smart player in a sense that he doesn't go outside of what he can do, right? And I mean, that's his strength. That's a strength of a player like João Mario, right? And today you've seen him kind of like on the left, you've seen him on the right, you've seen him in the middle. I mean, there's something to be said about that. So if you can move a guy like that to the bench, that bolsters your bench a little bit. You know what I mean? You bring a guy like Frederick in, and then you got Tino on the bench, or you got Frederick on the bench. That is a straightaway. That's a good problem. That's more depth. And then like I think it was Zach said, some of these guys are getting moved out, right? Mete is still could be on the move. There's still some moves that Benfica are making that I think it's a good problem. What I'm saying is I think it's a good problem. I'm not worried about who's there now, who's not going to play. I mean, I want the best players to play. I want, I like Tino, but if Tino's not playing better than Frederick, I want Frederick. If Frederick's not playing better than Tino, I want Tino. But it wouldn't be a far drop off, is what I'm saying, is when you take one out and put one in, right? Like the center back position, and I'll let you go after this center back. I think next week against Casapia, I think you sit one of them down. You got Vertonghen, you could put someone in. Like, you have so much you could do right now. I think Benfica is just like I said it in the beginning. Benfica's playing chess right now, and the rest of the Liga has been playing checkers just this offseason. I'm just talking about the offseason, just the offseason.
I'm really glad they went on to defenders, because I was like, just for center backs, I'm not even talking about left wing or right. Just for center backs, you have Otamendi, you have Moratu, you have Vertonghen, you have Lucas Verissimo, which is a beast, and he's not even playing. We haven't even seen him. And you got the guy that we bought. Forgot his name now, whatever. The guy from Brazil. Then in the midfield, you got Tino. You still got Weigl. Weigl's still here. He's not going to. He might go, but he's still here. Like,
Still here.
You got Mate, which no, okay, cool. But like, if you see Weigl starting your game, are you going to be worried? No, because you know he can do the fucking. He was our like top 3 players, arguably that last season. So you can still do it. There was somebody in the chat that said, I think the only position that I wouldn't say worries me, but like, I don't know, the only position that I'm skeptical of is goalkeeper. Because if Odie is, for me, I would rather have Odie in a bench as a second goalkeeper and have a fucking tall, confident, I'm gonna come out and hold and like freaking grab that ball, and I want keeper to be there. But we don't have it at the moment. We may not get one, and it's not too bad. It could be worse. We've had Varela. We had Varela as a main goalkeeper once. So that's not it's fine. Mm. It's not too bad. And the thing is, if Orta comes in, I fucking say I hate that name, Frederick.
We'll just call him Fred. We'll just call him Fred.
Call him Fred. Yeah, call him Fred. People are gonna think he's the one from United.
Drop dead Fred.
Yeah. So yeah, Fred comes in, Orta comes in, and somebody asked in the chat, I think it was Zach, said something about having Diogo Gonçalves in instead of Chiquinho.
Right here. It's on the screen there. Yeah,
it was there. Yeah,
sure.
Benfica fan. Sorry, yeah, Benfica fan. I would, without a blink of an eye. Not so much. It's not so much a statement on Diogo, but it's more of a statement on Chiquinho. I just,
No, I think that I want to be. That's fine. I agree with you, but I'm gonna be the guy that says I think it's a statement on Diogo, and this is why. Diogo has been like that utility guy. So in baseball, we got utility players. Okay, this utility player can play first base. He can play second base. He can play left field. He can play right field. You put that motherfucker wherever you want, true. And he's gonna do a good job. Diogo Gonçalves has played right wing. He's played center forward. He's played right back exclusively. He's played right back for half a season. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a mark on him. I think it's a thing on him that he came in, he did something with his time. He looked strong. I mean, and Joe, like Joe said it, shout out to Joe who couldn't be on the show today, and Mario again, busy guys, you know what I mean? And we completely understand. But Joe said it, Diogo just scores bangers. Anytime Diogo scores a goal, it's like that.
Well, sure, I remember the one against Arsenal as well.
Oh, that's
yeah. So
didn't he score one against United, if I'm not mistaken, too?
Did he? When did we play United?
This was a couple seasons back.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I think he started against them. I don't know. But all I'm saying is the guy scores bangers. And I think a guy like that deserves a good look. I mean, he's still on the team. I'm glad that he's not involved in that Braga deal where Gil Diaz and Diogo Gonçalves were gonna go there. And it kind of highlighted that today for me. And that's exactly what I said. I said, I'm glad he didn't go.
Yeah. I was just checking the chat with Zach saying about Verissimo. I'm like, yeah. I remember when Verissimo started playing for us, I was like, well, this guy means business. Like, even like everybody like in England and Spain thought, oh, this is a great centre back. And he's not even playing. He's arguably he's definitely top 2 centre backs. Like, I'm sorry, but this guy, unless he's just changed, because injuries sometimes change players. I hope he doesn't. And if he comes in the same way he came in when he came from Brazil, this guy's a machine. He's big. He bullies people off the ball. He goes, he wins headers and stuff. So, and also, sorry, fucking hell, got COVID. I saw João Victor. Yeah, that's the defender as well. We've got that as well. Like, we have so much. Like I said, the only thing is the goalkeeper. And realistically, I mean, you're not really going to lose a season as long as you got a good spine defenders. The centre backs are on it. The right back, left back are on it. You'll be okay. I think Odie can get the job done. Although I would love to get a different goalkeeper. And obviously, I want Orta to sign, because the Orta can be that difference in the midfield. He can be that big difference.
Yeah, I think Horta just stretches the field a little bit more and just creates a little bit more danger. I mean, you're matching him up with a guy like Rafa, who didn't play really well today, but that's why there's 11 guys out there, and this isn't one-on-one. You know what I mean? This isn't a boxing match. So there are going to be some times where guys are going to fall off. They're not going to have their best game. The game plan wasn't meant for them to have the best game. You never know. You know what I mean? It wasn't maybe sometimes that he's shit. Sometimes, the game plan wasn't for him to shine or something like that. But you put him next, you put Horta next to Rafa, and you put him next with Neres and Enzo Fernandez and Gonzalo Ramos right now. Like,
Yeah.
How is that not a problem for everybody not named Benfica? You know what I mean? It is. And I think it was a statement that was made this offseason. I think somebody wanted to make a statement, and we'll see how it plays out. It's still early in the team, but I think Horta is one of those guys, and I think Pete, shout out to Pete on Twitter. He also said, do you think it's one of those UEFA things where it's kind of they're like pushing this homegrown talent kind of to be signed? So Horta gets signed to Benfica. I mean, it could be that. I mean, if it is that, I'm not complaining that Ricardo Horta is the consolation prize. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy. I think Benfica just got a little bit better, like I says. And I don't know where this Gonzalo Ramos. I don't see Gonzalo Ramos being sold. I mean, I know we're a sellers team. But I keep seeing this like, oh, now we got Horta. Now we got to sell Gonzalo Ramos. Why? When did? For what? We sold Darwin.
I don't understand this.
We unloaded Peasy. We aren't. Yeah. We're not this. We're a sellers club, but we're not a poor club. We're not like robbing Paul to pay Peter type of shit.
No,
like
I don't understand why. Again, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't understand why the fans and the media are so focused on Benfica going to sell Ramos. I don't see maybe like I said, maybe I'm missing something. I don't see the club pushing Ramos out like by what they've done. But what I saw, he's playing because he's scoring goals, and he's like today was great. It wasn't amazing today, but he had some spells. And to be honest, he was left alone most of the time. And there were some passes he should have done a bit earlier, in my opinion. But that's it. It wasn't too bad. And I don't know why they
picked up a yellow. He picked up a yellow. He took the seat, and then he took the seat in the second half, which I'm okay with. That's not a knock on him. But I'm like you said, I don't get this.
That's that depth. That's that depth. That's the fact that you took Gonzalo out and you put Enrique, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I prefer Enrique Araújo. Don't ask me why. I just prefer him. But I'm not going to sit here and think or say, I want Enrique Araújo to do better than Gonzalo. No, I want them both to do well and drive Benfica to glory. I saw that. That's why I started laughing.
I had to show it. Everybody gets it. You know what I mean? I could take it.
But listen.
Yeah, I've got that before. I've got that, especially in this kit.
Replying to Boris, the comment just before, I would like to see at least, maybe like in a game. In a game, no, but see, in a game where we are winning, or in a game where like a cup game or something, I'd like to see Ba on the left. Because he has played on the left on a couple of occasions. Now, I've not seen him play on the left. I know he's played on the left. And I want to see if there's much difference. Because sometimes you think, fuck me, that's bad. No, don't put him on the left. That's fine. But I think he could do stuff. I think, not to be the main guy. But if Grimaldo gets injured or Grimaldo's not having a good game, hey, put him on the left.
Yeah, and that's another guy that has been rumored to be leaving for I don't even know. I've always said Grimaldo is one of those players who will be a Benfica player forever. Like he's not going anywhere. There's no reason to sell him. I know that this left defender is not. I mean, that's really a loose term. Left defender, right defender. That shit's like. You just really want someone with pace who can, stay on somebody's hip. You're not getting Roberto Carlos out there. You know what I mean? There's not Roberto Carlos isn't walking through the door anymore where you get both. But what I'm saying is Grimaldo ain't going. I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think we have to worry about who's replacing him until next year.
I kind of low key want him to go. I think if we let him go next year, we won't get as much as this year. But on more than different story, the way the Benfica is playing, and we saw it today. Tino is covering both left and right. Like as soon as they go up, as soon as Gilberto goes up, Tino drops back, and so does Enzo realistically. So, like you said, I don't think you need strong defenders. I think you need people like Gilberto, and people like Grimaldo that go up and can cross the ball in. Like we are crossing so many balls, bro.
His timing, you guys watch his timing. Gilberto is not the best defender, but his timing this year and last year has gotten so much better. Where he waits, and then he just knows when to put that foot in and disrupt the player. And I mean, it really has been a joy because we are as a fan base quick to shit on players, like every other fan base. We're no different than Real Madrid fans or Atletico fans as far as like we want to win now, things like that. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna shit if you did play terrible. Well, you know you've always been terrible. We'll write you off until you do something good. That's just how it is. And Gilberto was that guy, right? And then he kind of just like didn't listen to the haters. He kind of just kept it about his business. And last year we kind of just fell in love with him. And the guy scores Champions League goals, bro. Like he's got Champions League goals. This shit's crazy. Every year we've had him, he scored a goal in the Champions League or like the qualifier. If I'm not mistaken, we got to go back and look, but I'm pretty fucking sure that he's got
maybe
some
one
goals.
or two, but yeah, he might be
For
one
sure.
or two off, but mostly, yeah.
So that's funny, man, and you gotta appreciate that about a guy. So
Hey,
real quick, let's just go ahead.
One player that I'm really, really looking forward to see this season as well is Diogo Moreira, the kid with long hair. Dude, he's hungry, man. Every time he comes in, he's like, I'm gonna get this spot.
We got a question from Zach about I think it was Zach about some younger players who may be trying to win a game.
Martin Neto and Diogo Moreira, right?
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
No, they need to the very minimum. They need to be bench, and that's like the bare minimum. Because if I tell you, man, if you're struggling one game where like João Mário is not doing on the left, you know, no one's like the wings are not working, everybody's like falling asleep. Get this kid on, because every time he comes on, man, he doesn't care if he's on the left, he's on the right. He just wants to run at players. He wants to drill past them. He's going to make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. He's going to lose the ball a lot. Before he starts literally murdering players, he's going to get murdered. He's going to lose a lot of balls. So obviously put him as a sub, give him some minutes, get him to grow up in here.
The pace.
And he's going to be a great player.
You got to get the pace. It's like going from like going from college to pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah,
the pace is fat. He needs to play, and I'm okay with that. And it's the cool thing too. It's like I think Roger Schmidt is I think he's the type of manager who's gonna use every guy on the bench. Every guy he's got on the team, they're gonna get some minutes. He's gonna stay everybody's gonna stay fresh. Like they're gonna stay warm. I think he's gonna involved, because if we want to win any kind of hardware this year, you're gonna have to spread out the love. We can't just rely. I know you're supposed to rely. You got your strong 11, but we got to mix it up. And if we're bringing guys like Orta and we're bringing guys like Frederick in, things like that, like you're just bolstering up the roster, and there should be no excuse in my mind. So let's just get to the game a little bit. Like you can see at the bottom there, Midtjylland 1, Benfica 3. We had goals from Midtjylland from Sisto, and we're talking about that guy last match. The guy is a pretty good baller. I mean, he just kind of gives us. He's just a headache kind of player.
What, Sisto?
Sisto, yeah.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy. It's why always him? You know,
why always him? Yeah, and you hate him, but you respect him, kind of shit. Like every time you see him, like now I'll always pay attention. Like anytime I see that name or the name of Midtjylland, I'll think Sisto for now, because you know,
true.
Just because of as of late, I'll say, hey, what's this dude? When I pack him on fucking FIFA, I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking Sisto. I'm starting him, right? Sisto, I'm putting him in.
Hey, the Danish league is not on FIFA, bro.
Oh shit! So if I get him, that's a rare
Hey,
fucking card right there.
that is very rare. Yeah.
That's a rare card. I didn't know that because who the fuck plays with the Danish teams? Anyway, who could know that? But that's funny. So let's go ahead and let's go to the starting lineup real quick. Like I said, I'm not gonna play the video. We're a little we're a little behind. We need our producer Mario. And Mario's working on a great new intro. Did you see that? I was breaking down
Mario's got like
What?
70 meetings in one day, man.
I
The
know
guy's
this shit's
literally
crazy.
like,
It's like he's there's like 1 minute dating. He's just like, hello, my name is Mario. Hello. He's like,
that's true.
fuck,
Ding,
yeah.
ding,
Next. He's just swiping left the whole fucking time. Swiping left. No loan. So let's go ahead. I'll name the starting lineup. We'll start between the pipes. Vlachodimos. Man, he is so mid. I have never seen a more regular ass goalkeeper than Vlachodimos. I swear. Backline: Alex Grimaldo, Maratu, Otamendi, and Gilberto. Enzo Fernandez and Florentino Luis, along with João Mario and Chiquinho, made up the midfield. Rafa, Silva, and Gonçalo Ramos were up top. If you look at the like the Google setup, if you looked how it came out on like television and shit like that, you had the deep V there in that squad. There's really no wing play on this team right now, especially with guys with like Chiquinho and Mario, João Mario playing. So I did, when I saw the lineup, I knew that I didn't think that we're gonna play defensive. I just thought that we're gonna play right in the middle of the park the whole time. We're just gonna be in the middle. We're gonna park in the middle of the park. Tino's gonna have a great game. This is the things that I thought of how the game was gonna play out once I seen the squad list, because I knew I was gonna be able to see the very first half. So like I said, Benfica go up against Midtjylland. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am or not. It's Midtjylland, Midtjylland. We'll just call it the land. We'll just call it the land.
Got a sister land,
Sisto land. Yeah, there we go. Sisto land. We were out in Sisto land. And Benfica scored 3 goals to kind of cement the victory. I didn't get to watch the first half. Let us know, for those who didn't see the game, what were your thoughts on the first half? How did Benfica come out? Did it feel like the pressure? Did they look well coached, ready to go? What was your insight on the first half there?
For me, if I remember correctly, at the 45th minute, I remember looking at the score thinking, this is good. But I felt it was a bit ropey. I felt like you said, we're too much. I think with Neres, what works is that even though he plays in the center, as he's a winger, naturally, he's going to always drift a little bit. And with Chiquinho, that didn't happen as much. And when it did, it didn't look natural. It looked like forced. And that's why Gilberto, in my opinion, had to run up and down, which is part of the formation. I'm sure you played that formation on FIFA a few times, a 4-2-3-1. Everyone's rocked that shit. To defend is really good, because you got your two center defensive midfielders always protecting your middle, But I think we did not play in a 4-4-2. It was all right. I wouldn't say it was a great first half, but it's what it was needed. And obviously we cannot forget that it's the start of the season, and we just played the other day as well. So I was content with it. Let's put it that way.
Right.
And we got some stats on the screen now.
Yeah, we definitely got some stats. This is the whole game, obviously. I was just hoping that here's the thing is, like, over the past couple seasons, the team, to me, it doesn't look prepared. That's it. Benfica never looked prepared to face a team that they played last year against JJ. I can't say that so much. I mean, that last year with Bruno Lage was really rough. It didn't last the whole season. And that was turmoil. And I don't want to get into all the whole fucking in locker room bullshit, because I don't fucking know what happened. It's just rumors and innuendo, if you will. But the team, I just hoped for just a smart team, just a team well prepared, looked at the scouting report, that seen what they were going to try to do at home, because Midtjylland played better today. They did. Look at the numbers, right? And we all knew that they were going to play better. Were they going to play 5 goals better? Fuck no. Fuck no, they weren't. But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were gonna play better. So you had to come prepared for a fight. Nevertheless, you're not at home. I guess you're not at home. The fans for sure made it felt like they were in Lisboa. There's no doubt about that. But I just feel like, and even watching in the second half, and we'll get to the second half, this team just looks prepared, Luis. They just look like they like I said, they're looking at the scouting report. There's a game plan. They did some X's and O's. You know what I mean? They weren't just listening to a bunch of sound bites in the back.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with you. I think where you say, and Cynthia said it's pronounced Midtjylland. Where you say Midtjylland played better, yeah, well, they had to. You have nothing to lose. It's a lot better to just come out and go, well, you know, even the manager, their manager before the game said, look, we're pretty much done here. I just want them to play against Benfica and learn the ways and learn how we control the pace of the game. So I think they came out, you know, it was more like a lesson, if that makes sense. They came out to learn. And, you know, I feel like they sort of deserve the goal for keeping it up, you know, try getting there, keeping keep chasing the goal. The goal they scored was, in my opinion, I would have preferred if it was just went in instead of hitting the crossbar and then coming back and stuff. But I still think we dominated. I prefer the second half to the first half. I think first half, maybe it was the fact that Chiquinho came off. She came off. Gonçalo came off, and Rafa came off because Rafa wasn't doing very. Maybe I think it's sometimes you change a different player, but he affects a different player. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm not blaming Chiquinho for Rafa not playing well, but I'm saying, like, Rafa's been playing with Neres, and now he's playing with Chiquinho. And I just, sometimes you pass the ball to Chiquinho and he'd make a run, but that you wouldn't see that ball back. And he's been doing a lot of that with Neres. So maybe that screwed up his game a little bit. And Gonçalo, again, I think he was left alone most of the time, just trying to, like, hold the ball like he was some sort of Mitroglou kind of guy, you know, like a Severovic kind of guy. So I prefer the second half, and I think all that matters right now is that both games we saw definitely, you know, O's and crosses and stuff, like O's and X's, like you said. Definitely can see they've been training with the manager. They've been learning. There's a new Benfica. There's a new sort of identity when it comes to this is how we play. Man, we saw players playing for the other player. You know, we saw you went up, you lost the ball. Don't worry, I'm gonna go and get it for you. Like we haven't seen that in a couple of years. I think, was it Florentino? I think Florentino lost the ball. I think the one time he probably lost the ball. He tried to get a shot on target. The ball bounced away, whatever. He lost the ball. And João Mario, out of everyone, literally sprint the entire freaking pitch just to go and get the ball back. And he got the ball, got a foul. And like last year, João Mario would have just sat in the midfield and think, that's all right. They can sort it out.
Yeah, and we got a surprise for everybody. We're gonna bring somebody in here in a minute. 1 second, I'm gonna set him up here. And I'm glad you said that. And shout out to Jake. What's up, lads? Nice to see everyone back from 2 preseason sessions with my college team. Been through hell and back. Hey man, keep up the good work, man. You know, give them hell, bro. Wish you the best of luck this season in college, brother. So let us know what's going on. Keep us updated in the show. We'll be here for sure. So. Real quick, we're gonna bring in one of the regulars of the show. It looks like he was able to make it in. We're gonna go ahead and bring Mario in if he's ready to come in. You ready? You want the thumbs up? You got the thumbs up? Ready to go? All right, let's do it. We're gonna bring him in. What's
Who could
up?
this be?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Mario?
Came
What's
back
up,
from
brother?
work. I got my lunch box. You know, after I leave work, I take that home. It's been a busy time lately with work, so I've been missing a lot of Benfica. I can't really tune in, so I just wanted to quickly jump in and just, you know, I haven't seen anything Benfica this offseason, so please tell me, like, you think Darwin this year, he's going to kill it for us? He's good?
He's on fire, bro.
Yeah,
He's
gonna
fire.
be probably legend. Yeah, probably.
A lot of Sublinguish to eat this year?
Yeah, I'll probably be the all-time goal scorer for Benfica.
You got the club pack. You went to Costco and got those Sublinguish that Luis.
Oh yeah, man. Seth, I got Sublinguish and the Swiss chocolate, mate.
No. I don't want to see any more of Seth and Almeida on the pitch. Don't tell me these guys are getting regular minutes still.
I don't know, but Seth is up there, man. He came on
for
this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, guys, I just want to say hello. That's all, man. I just been
how
crazy
many
at work.
meetings, mate? How many meetings?
One too many meetings, but and I gotta go and run and do some more stuff. But I figured, you know, I'm over listening to these guys and listening live, not being able to communicate. I figured if I just want to say hello. That's all. I miss you guys.
Have you seen any goals or anything at all?
I haven't seen any of the goals today, but I heard according to this one really good-looking cat, he told me that Diogo scored a good goal.
Oh man, Jesus Christ, did he?
Who the
Good
fuck's
goal.
You got to
that?
check it out.
Good-looking cat.
You got to check it out. You got to check it out. You got to check
Yeah,
it out.
he's a
Check out the
screamer. He's a
highlights,
good-
man.
you know.
Yeah, check out the highlights. Hopefully, we got to Friday's the next game, huh?
No,
man?
I
This
thought they
weekend.
moved it. They moved it.
Saturday. It's been changed, bro.
Watching grass.
Saturday. Let's
back.
go. So maybe we
I'm
can
off
get you for
Saturday as well, so yeah.
Let's
we
do
go.
it. Let's rock. So it looks like
I
we're
can
gonna
go
have an old
anytime
school
you guys
Benfica after
want.
90.
I'm
Cool.
easy.
Old
Let's
school.
do it. We'll do it. We could do it right after. We'll do it right after.
I'm good with that.
Oh wait.
All right.
I'm at my house. 1 second. I'm about to go. Where is this? Is the most awkward photo I got. This is me completely like kiboshing and stuff. I apologize. Oh, here. This is gonna be. Everyone's gonna fucking laugh at this one. This is the photos. Oh, quick to dig. He's gone.
I'm surprised he.
Jesus.
I'm surprised he knew where the camera was.
Yeah.
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 No, there's lots of cameras. He thankfully was looking at the right one.
Okay.
What
yeah,
what everyone doesn't know is the rest of those pictures are other pictures of PZ too, but that one is the
This
only
is
one
like no, but it's
with
only
Rui
the
and
different-
Mario.
All the other ones are the different nude montages of them. It's like different
yeah,
versions. What is unit?
we're trying to
hanging out.
Different
monetize.
poses and
Right,
stuff.
Right, we're trying
you
to
know.
monetize, so we can't show those
We
other
can't
ones.
show
He's
that
already done.
Try.
PZ's on the internet if you want to go see him anyways.
Yeah, and the way I
Yeah.
did the photos is like as you go up the stairs, it like zooms in on the unit gets bigger, so you're kind of moving up. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny about that picture is that his eye stays on you the whole time. No matter where you go.
No. One eye on you, one eye on the unit.
Oh man, that is gold.
Oh, God.
That is fucking gold.
Oh man!
Oh,
All right, guys, man, you kick
All
ass.
right, Mario.
I'll talk to you later. Okay?
We'll see you
Peace.
later, brother.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking hell,
Oh
man.
god. Yeah, he's
Oh.
Mario's looking good, big beard, you know, because he's snowed in. It's always snowing in Canada, right?
Even on a hot day.
Always. Even
What's
today.
what's the weather like? 30 degrees. I was like,
Summer,
it's snowing.
snow. That's how I always picture Canada.
It's a nice day today.
Uh,
It's sunny, but it's also snowing.
So we'll get back into the match. Like you said, the first half, I think they were going about the motions. I think the difference with this Benfica team, as opposed to other ones, is Benfica goes to matches not to lose, right? You see they used to play not to lose, right?
Yeah.
They went to play like they had already won, right? It's not
That
like
is a feeling. Yeah, I agree with you.
you know what I mean? Like at the end of the boxing match, you've been whooping his ass for 10 rounds. We got 2 rounds left. You know, I'm not going to sit here and slug with you. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run away, but I'm going to throw some jabs. You're going to feel that I'm here. And those jabs were goals, right? Those second half goals were huge. The first half goal by Enzo, we didn't really say anything or cover that, but
beautiful pass from Gonçalo,
beautiful
man.
pass with Gonçalo Ramos. Beautiful
I mean,
pass.
I thought he was going to try and finesse it top corner, but he just dinks it so perfectly, man. And Enzo,
like you
man,
said, they're playing for each other, Luis. They're playing for each
exactly.
other.
And Enzo just joined like what 3 weeks ago, and also like Enzo, my man, he's finding the spaces because last was it against Aroca, he scored one similar-ish, you know, same sort of space, central. You know,
Because he plays so far deep, brother. You can lose track of a guy like
he's like
that.
a box-to-box guy. He's very much a box-to-box guy. Yeah.
Definitely. And then not necessarily your typical body type box-to-box guy, but that just knows knack for the ball type of like I'm gonna go and I see the lanes. His vision is crazy. It's not just
he does something, right? He does something that I like in a player. And I try to do as much as when I played football is even though I may not get the ball, in the event of me getting the ball, where am I going to put it? Right? So you see so many times where he's doing this.
Yeah.
Because if you pass me the ball and I have no time because the guy is going to rush on my back, I'm going to first touch it and ping it over to Neres, or ping it over to João Mario, or ping it back to you. But I know, will he pass me the ball? Probably not. Because I'm pressed, like there's someone on me. But if he does, I know where I'm gonna put it. He lost the ball, I think, once today, And the thing is, like, some of the passes to Enzo were like, have it. It's like, hey, calm down, man. Like, don't kick the ball. And he kept controlling them. Touch. Let's go. There you go. Touch. I'm thinking, all right, fair enough then. Keep drilling them. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm scared that this is going to be the one wonder season. Some La Liga team will be, they'll probably be reaching out to him any moment. At any minute mid-season, they'll probably get knocks on the door for Enzo, a guy like Enzo, if he can keep this kind of thing up. And honestly, like I said, he plays so far back. Let's not. He does give fits to to the offense on the other way too, because he's so far back. He's there. It's like he's always, you look and he's there. He's like fucking Beetlejuice or Bloody Mary. You say him too many times, he's gonna be there. Which is, it's so fucking nice to watch. And like I said, I'm gonna shout. We're gonna talk about him right before we end it, because I like to end it on a high note. But let's get to the second half. We're gonna go real quick. We'll get to the second half. Your thoughts on the second half, and I'll pull up these numbers. So Benfica go into the locker room, one up, and by now, everybody at the stadium, Benfica fans, everybody in Lisbon, everybody Benfica fans around, we kind of knew going into the half, it was done. Would you agree?
Yeah. If you're not a pessimist like me, yes, definitely. Even I was like, you know what? It's not gonna happen, is it? Like, you're not gonna just have a nightmare of a second half and lose it now. And I was happy that he took some players out, rest them. The team, like I said, the first half wasn't great. It was okay. I was content with it because we scored and we went into the second half knowing that we'd pretty much done it. Although I prefer the second half, I think we came on. Maybe Midtjylland did think, you know what, we're just gonna go all out, but they never did. He never really felt like Midtjylland was like, you know what, we're not gonna care about defending. They always cared about not conceding more, and the fact that we put was it 2 more, it just shows that we were playing better football. We were playing good football. Yeah, one was an absolute screamer. But it is what it is. And
the other one was the other one set piece, another set piece goal from Benfica. Imagine that. No.
This season is the first time in a very, very long time that if we get a corner, I'm like, oh, we got a corner. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do.
Right.
And a free kick and stuff. So, so long I've been like, every time if he gets a corner, you're like, oh my God, we're gonna get a counter. We're gonna get counted. Every time. Now it's like, I might score from this, guys. Like, let's I get up. I'm like, all right, let's have a look.
Right. And what a guy like Tino playing safety back there. You know what I mean? Nobody,
funnily enough, Tino does actually go up. Tino does actually go up, like just outside the box. Yeah, he doesn't stay back. Okay. He doesn't stay back. But again, I think it comes from that sort of mentality of, if the corner does fuck up, don't like pull back and give him the time to think. Drop on them so they don't have time to think. Like, how many times has that happened to you on a video game? When you have so much space, but all of a sudden the other team just like falls on you. You go, what the fuck's going on? Like, what? You don't know what
you've already defended the corner. You know what I mean? You defended the corner. Now the ball is in no man's land, right? Now the ball's and it's not at your feet, but it's going there, right? And like you said, the pressure that Benfica has created so far, if they can keep this up, I'm gonna tell you right now, the way that they're playing, they need 2 more players. They need maybe 3 more, and I don't mean 3 more on top of the 2. I mean 3. I mean another guy, right? Not just Frederick, not just Horta, maybe somebody else. It's still there. Benfica is not. We are not in the red. We might be in the red with the bank.
I think it's also about keeping the players. I'd happily keep Weigl, because I think as the season goes on,
you're gonna need
I think you'll need someone that, if you're winning 2-0 against, let's just say, for example, you're winning 2-0 against Sporting. It's a 70th minute. Okay? I'm not asking you to drop the pressure. I'm asking you to control the game. And you're going to have to change one of Tino or Enzo, because they can't just keep going at it. You put Weigl on. Is he going to run and press? Probably not. But you will control. And then you got you got a goalkeeper. We should get a goalkeeper who is tall I wouldn't say
What's up
old,
with the
but
kid?
someone that's been.
What's up with the bald kid, man? I heard he's a good player. I mean, the young Benfica B.
I forgot his name. He's not ready for that, man. He's good,
Not
but
ready?
he's not. Nah, man, he can't. Like it'd be like playing Sevilla against Man United. You know what I mean? He rushed the guy in, he panics under pressure, and he ruined his entire career.
Yeah. Yo, if Weigl stays, I just want to make a comment on your thing. If Weigl is willing to stay for a sub, Enzo gladly. Yo, if Weigl stays and you end up getting Frederick and you end up getting Horta and you got a goalkeeper, I'll say
He's
this.
sorted.
Benfica ain't fucking around. Yeah, Benfica is not fucking around. Yeah.
Get rid of Mate. Get rid of Mate, right? Because you won't need him. Like, even if we don't have anybody else.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kokobu, yeah, that's
Kokobu.
it.
Yeah.
I know it was a weird name.
With a name like that, I don't care how young he is. You put him in, you put his ass in, and he's gonna fucking
Kokobu. What
imagine the chant, Kokobu, Kokobu. Come on, bro. That shit is fucking put him in. Fuck it. We're tired of watching Odie anyways. I mean, tell me one mistake Kokobo would make that Odie.
Hey, no, I'll go one further. Tell me one mistake that Kokobu has made in the Champions League. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not.
Yo, Kokobu he has not let no goals past him. I'm telling you, for the A team, 0 goals past him.
0, man.
That's a wall. That's all I'm
saying.
No
minutes, but no goals.
No minutes, but no goals. I'll take that.
Yeah,
that's like not having bad credit, but like having no credit at all, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of worse. That's even worse.
That's
actually
that is worse, yeah. In real life, that is worse, yeah.
In real life, having no credit is way worse than having bad credit, for sure.
It is.
Because there's somebody else out there who will lend you some shit, even though you got credit.
Is bad credit? We'll give him some more. Dig him a bigger hole.
Give him some more. Yeah, that's the way the world works, for sure. Yeah, put Kokobu in, for sure, man. I like it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm gonna pull up these numbers here for. Let me just pull it up real quick. Second half, Benfica kind of just put the put the stamp on it, right? And Enrique comes in, and I said this last week, and I think or the week before. Every time he comes in, I think he's gonna score a goal. And today, when I see him come in, I say he's gonna score a goal. It's just in my head. I didn't tweet it or anything like that. It's just something like I know he's gonna put one past the keeper because he just fucking always does.
Enrique,
for the most part. Yeah, Enrique, yeah, for the most part. You know, and I just want to talk that real quick, the striker position. How do you feeling about the striker position right now? I think some of us were a little worried. I thought a lot. I thought I heard or seen some mumblings and some tweets like, "Yo, we need another striker. We need a 9 for sure."
I'm good, especially if we get Horta. I think it's like people are focusing so much on like it's not a game. Football is not a game where it only counts when you score with the strikers. It counts when you score with anybody, as long as the ball goes in. So if you have Neres, Enzo, I hate saying his name already, but if you have Horta, Rafa, goals are gonna come from these guys too. You know, you got Gonçalo, you got Henrique Araújo, which I even if Gonçalo goes, I trust Henrique Araújo to keep scoring, man. You know, maybe not 60 goals. I'm not saying that, but at least 20 easy. And then you go Yarim Shuk, which for the amount of crosses you're putting into the box, he can be a lot more lethal this season. Today, he looked okay-ish. You know, he made a couple of weird decisions, but he looked all right.
I was going to say that. I think sometimes Yaremchuk, he's too much of a passer and not more of a brute. When he came, I thought he was a brute. When he came, I thought I was calling him Terminator. I was like, oh, he's going to use his size. But it doesn't use his size to shoot. He uses his size to, and I don't know if I'm not a knock on him or anything, but he uses his size to create opportunities in some cases for other players.
No, it's true.
Because he's a good passer. He is a good passer. He's got a good vision. I just wish that he'd turn them hips a little bit more and crack one.
Do you remember how we started? Yeah, but do you remember how we started talking about Darwin? Like, you know, he's got a body, finds a space, but he always seems to take one too many touches or passes the ball. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying. Let's hope that he starts shooting.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. And take some, and that's one thing I've noticed with Benfica shooting. We shoot the ball. God,
And we go forward.
holy shit. And we go forward.
We go forward. Like we have those passes, those low driven passes to like from the defenders straight to Rafa, straight to João Mario, straight to Gonçalo. Like I'm not gonna go and have like, oh, I'm gonna do a clip now. I'm gonna do a clip for Instagram where I'm gonna pass the ball between 55 people before I like go forward. No, let's do 3. 1, 2, and I mean there, cross the ball, go.
Yeah, and I agree. The Musa, yeah, I didn't forget about that. I have to thought about who you're talking about. I was gonna say Kukubo, yeah, he's a keeper, but it's Musa.
No, yeah.
I think those things. That's an agent signing. That's a favor signing. That's a
favor. Yeah,
that's a favor. Yeah, because Musa he'll probably be loaned out before the end of this transfer window. Watch. It's just crazy. What does I want though? Don't care about the wages. I put that up there. You know, like I said, I just don't think that we're at that we're like, you know, that cash strapped. I just can't see it. We've been making a lot of fucking sales these last couple seasons. Yeah. We've been making payments to the bank and things like that. For somebody to tell me that Benfica's like some poverty team, come on, bro. I just don't believe it, man. They're at the top of the list of every transfer market list that you got. All that shit. Yeah. So I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Real quick, let's just do Choris and player of the match.
I'm good for that. Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit! I thought I added this to the stream, but I removed this. So, bro, sorry about that.
I need to show you something real quick, right? So we're talking. You just said that you don't believe that we're this poor club just because of the amount of profit we've made, you know, recently.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe.
Exactly. I took a little bit of a vape. I had a notification from one of my mates, and this is what he sent me. Like we spent 5 million
on all of that and made 400.
And then we sold them all for 440, you know. And he literally just playing. That's a lot of profit, G. You know, and it's weird because the timing couldn't be better. You know, he said that, and it's like, you know, surely, you know, I know we got, you know, dividends and we need to freaking pay them, but come on. So there's United, so there's Barcelona, so there's every other big club in the world. Like, you know,
let's just to be safe. Because let's say that money ain't even including taxes and shit like that and fees and things of that nature, right? Just to be safe, let's even cut it in half. Let's cut it right in half.
Yeah.
You still made $220 million on those players. For somebody to tell me that we're poor, we just haven't been ran right. We just weren't run right. We weren't run like an organization. We were run like somebody's toy. We're run like somebody's fucking weekend hobby. That's what the fuck that's it. We were ran like a hobby. Like, yeah, I do all this other shit and I just do this for fun. Like he's stamp collecting. We're like he's collecting fucking baseball cards or basketball cards or some shit like that. Or playing marbles. All right, this isn't that. This is Benfica. Now, we're going to get to the Choris and all that shit. I'm just saying, you see what happens when someone, even if I don't care what y'all think about him, I don't, but you see what happens when you know a little bit about football, just a little bit, what you could do, just a little bit, just
a little bit,
a little bit about football. You know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, maybe that guy's not a good player. Maybe I could go to the second division in Spain and buy this player because he's not. I'm not even gonna name him. He's gonna go unnamed. But a lot of people who are throwing shade at that man at the you know, for whatever reasons they think that they knew. I hope at the end of this year, you guys eat shit. Not crow, eat shit. Because, like I said, it's just like us to fucking just instantly just jump down and cast away and all this shit. Just because we talk about them doesn't mean we know about everything we're talking about. So I hope, and if you know what, if I'm wrong and we don't win at the end of the year, I'll eat the shit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But we're not gonna name him. But I'm just saying, you see what happens. Just what happens when you put scouts and you send people out and you go yourself and say, hey, just on the name, just the strength of my name, right? He brought Roger Neres. He's gonna bring Frederick. He made Horta done. We got rid of LVF. When you take over a place, let's say Benfica, for what Luis Felipe Vieira did to Benfica, for you to turn it around kind of just in one kind of season, just really kind of makes me realize how much of a crook that Vieira was. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like to think about the guys that we signed, but that's for another show. The people we brought in, the Castillos of the
I tell
world.
you what, I'll add one person to that, man, because I was watching the other day and I was like, Javi Garcia. Like I remember, like the guy speaks Spanish, Portuguese, and English. He's literally the middleman between everyone because Schmidt doesn't speak Spanish, right? Or Portuguese. So if he wants to speak to a Brazilian player or Portuguese player or a Spanish player, Javi, come here. And that's literally what happened the other day when he's putting the players on. He's like, Javi, come here, tell him this. And I was like, yo, that is clever. You needed someone that has the Benfica experience, so he knows what it is to play for Benfica. Obviously, is a world-renowned player, Javi Garcia, and he speaks some languages. It's like you literally went and ticked all the boxes, And
I hear that he's the set piece guy. I hear that he's the set piece guru.
Mate, if that's another box, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's madness.
So I'm just saying, like, with a little bit of competence, that's the word I was looking for. Just a little bit of confidence. You see what a team, the biggest club in Portugal, could do. As like we said, we're gonna do the shitty to the match. Luis, go ahead, man. Start.
I'll keep it short and simple, man. For me, chorizo of the match is Odie. It wasn't terrible. I think whenever you needed Odie, it was very static. And then when you don't need him, he comes out, runs off the pitch. I'm like, yo, relax, man. Where are you going? I didn't like him. I don't think he's comfortable. I think he was panicky and nervous and stuff, even though the game was almost done. He was still nervous. Player of the match, I'm gonna have to give it to Florentino again, man. I'm in love with Tino, man, and it's not because of this guy here. Yeah, it's just it is what it is, man. I'm so happy that he's playing. I'm so happy that he's playing well. He's defending well. I could have easily given it to Enzo. For me, Enzo and Florentino they were both unrealistic, like realistically amazing. But I give it to Tino just because I don't know. I have a soft spot for him. Player of the match, I'm gonna give it to Diogo, man, because it was just a surprise. It was like I was watching the game and I was like, "Oh, is he gonna have a shot?" And then I was speechless for like 2-3 seconds. It's one of those goals where you go, "What the fuck just happened? Did I go in? Did I go in?" And the entire team is like, "What the fuck happened?" So yeah, for me, he gets the player of the match.
Got it. Hey, I don't disagree with you at all. My chorizo of the match, I'm gonna have to just give it to Chiquinho, because I just, I think Chiquinho should have been maybe a center back in his past life or in a different life, because he just likes to go back. He just likes to go back all the time. He just never looks forward. It's just really frustrating to watch. It's just like he never gets out the box. He just can never quite, I don't know, keep up with the rest of the team. And we are all saying that João Mario's terrible. João Mario played 10 times better than fucking Chiquinho did today. It's not even close, right? It's not close. And like I said, I know João Mario's not our favorites, but again, João Mario is one of those guys who is just, you know what you're gonna get from him. He's not necessarily a hindrance, but he's not help either. So it's just kind of, one of those middle of the road guys. But you need middle of the road guys. But nevertheless, Chorizo goes to Chiquinho. for sure. My man of the match was Enzo. I as well go with Enzo. Not just the goal, but just his playmaking abilities today, his passes, his even his defending. I mean, there's no denying the imprint that this guy has had on this team so far. Like you said earlier, Luis, you know, he didn't spend the whole time with Benfica. He's really the newest guy. You know what I mean? When Horta comes, he'll take that moniker from him, but he's the newest Benfica player here. And it looks like, you know, they just picked up where they left off. It looks like he's always been on this team. It looks like, you know, he was here last year. He's been playing with these guys. It's a joy to watch him. And like you said, a box-to-box player. We haven't had a guy like that. And I'm not saying that his physicals, but since Renato Sanchez, and that's honest to God. We haven't had a player like Enzo Fernandez in the midfield since Renato Sanchez. I mean, if someone couldn't think of someone else, I'm glad to say I was wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's nice to see 5 years later we finally get a replacement. My play of the match. My play of the match, yeah, man. It's hard not to pick that Diogo goal. It's hard not to. I mean, it lifted and then it dipped, and holy shit, it was beautiful. It's like he knew. He shot the ball, and he was already running back. Like, the ball didn't even go in yet, and he's already telling, like, yeah, I did. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, oh, he scored! And then everybody's waiting. The ball ain't even hit the net yet. You know, the fucker's already running to the sideline like, oh, can you believe it? Like, it was beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. How could you hate the goal? It's like like you said, it's like that FIFA goal, man. I don't score too many finesse goals in FIFA from outside the box. It's just not my thing. I haven't practiced, but when I do, I got this. It's like that. I'm assuming it's like that. You know what I mean? As far as like, holy shit, like I what a banger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what a way to, and this is just not just the type of goal, because it was an amazing goal, but that's how we left. That's how we left, you know, Denmark. That's where we at. We're in Denmark. That's how we left. That's how we left Denmark, with a fucking rocket into the, you know, to the bottom bin. Like, come on, bro. This shit it was beautiful. It was goddamn beautiful. And got everybody on Twitter. Everybody's seen it. That thing's gonna be on, you know, ESPN, FC. Yeah, it's gonna be on
all the Insta football pages, all sorts.
For sure. They're gonna have the big eyes.
And I'll be the one liking it and fucking reposting and sharing and shit.
Yep, like, that's my guy. That's my team. That's my team. But just put BA90 on there. BA90. But just put the link. Real quick from Benfica fan. Yeah. Enzo Fernandez has played his first 3 games for Benfica and scored 3 goals. It has 89% passes completed, 314 out of 352, 387 touches, and 22 ball recoveries. Sheesh! Yeah. God damn, that boy balling.
If Enzo keeps it up, he's only staying until the end of the season. It's true. But
that goes that Argentina's that's that Argentina Benfica connection. I'll tell you right now, outside of Benfica, I don't care for Argentina players. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't like the national team. I just don't like them. It's just always been like that. Because, like, as a kid, you root for Brazil. You know, I ain't going for Argentina. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way. I was doing that. So Argentina is just one of those teams. But hey, the players that they put out and produced and give Benfica are fucking amazing. Yeah. Benfica play Saturday, it looks like.
Saturday, yes.
Against
Casapia. In
Leiria. A home. It's a first away game of the Liga for Benfica. It's probably. I do expect to see some changes on the line.
I hope so. On the squad. So. There's no point,
definitely,
especially if we're playing Tuesday, because that's a game Saturday. Then you got Sunday, Monday, and you're playing again. And even if you play Wednesday, it's still like change some things, man. Like, you don't have to like. But then again, I don't know. Will he change it? I'm not sure.
I think he will. I absolutely think he will.
That's madness. Imagine
they're the new team, right? They're the
they got promoted. Yeah.
They're newly promoted. Yeah. So treat them like it.
Their pitches.
We're not playing there, right? We're not playing on their pitch.
We're going to Leiria, I think. I think it's Leiria up north. which makes
Oh,
no
God.
sense to me.
Makes
If
no
that's
sense.
true,
Why?
it makes no sense to me.
Why?
I'd rather go down south. You know what I mean?
I already don't like this. I already don't like
Yeah,
it.
I know.
It's
I could be
already.
wrong, but I got told they were going to play in the Estádio Pinamanique. Let me see.
Who would you
Oh,
want to
no,
see
that's
in the
not
World
it.
Cup final? Melo and Luis, who do you want to see in the World Cup final? Woo! Portugal, right?
Well,
That's easy.
I think
Honestly,
I think everyone wants a Portugal Argentina. I think everybody that is alive today
oh,
wants a
Portugal,
Argentina
Argentina. I see
because you got
why.
a
I see
Ronaldo
why.
versus Messi.
Casa
You know what I
BB.
mean?
I want, and this is gonna sound so bad. I want Portugal to play Brazil, so we could remind them. You know.
I thought you'd say Portugal v Mexico.
Nah, for why? For what? I don't want Mexico. I don't like Mexican soccer team. I would like that. You know what? I would like that. So I could be the happiest man in California. That's why.
I'll be honest with you. I'd definitely take a Portugal England in a final. Imagine the scenes.
Whoa.
Do you know what I mean? I'd love a Portugal
Oh
England in
my
a
God.
final,
Or
dude.
Portugal Spain. Whoa.
Yeah, it's all right.
We can remind them too. We
Let's
just remind the
remind
whole
them.
world. Let's remind
Hey.
everybody.
Or you know what? You have a Portugal France. You know, just like the remake. You know,
No, I
a
don't want.
remake.
No. I can't. I don't want that. No. That's one team. I'm not fucking with that.
Nah,
That
I'd
team
want
is so crazy.
I'd want Argentina first, and then England second
Portugal, Netherlands.
to remind them.
To remind.
Let's just remind the entire
Remind
world.
them. Oh yeah. Portugal and Morocco are gonna play in the fucking in the World Cup final. No one. I did. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Yeah, to
Portugal,
remind them.
to remind them as well.
Yeah.
Freaking, you know, Portugal, India.
Senegal.
To remind
India,
them.
to remind them. Yeah. That's so bad.
I'm
That's so
actually-
bad. That's so
I'm
bad.
actually going to use that every
We're
day
talking
now,
about
bro.
atrocities that happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That's fucked up. It's a joke, okay, guys? God, it's just banter. All right, it's just banter. But I would love a Brazil-Portugal. That would be an all-Portuguese final. Come on. Nobody would understand any of the players. Nobody would none of the players. We'd have the craziest fucking hairdos. Everybody would have tattoos everywhere. Ronaldo would be, I mean, come on. That's like
In the
that's
ugliest
prime.
kit Portugal's
Oh.
ever fucking fabricated.
I'd like, remember those mint green ones that they came out with a couple seasons ago, like 8 years ago? Those mint,
Yeah.
oh, those were
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Damn, I want one of those still. I need to get me one. Any changes to the lineup for Saturday?
Well,
Yeah,
I
man.
think-
I'd definitely sit a center back. I'd sit one of them. Maybe Otamendi for sure. Maratu can handle it. He's a young kid. He needs the minutes. Sit the Otamendi, playing somebody else that you got back there. I would even. I mean, I'd rest Enzo. Shit, I'd rest Enzo. If I could. I would put Tino down. I'd start Weigl. I'd make a lot of changes. Not too many, but I'd make a lot. Like I'd start Gonçalo Ramos. I would start him. I'd start Rafa. I'd start Weigl. Those are some of the guys that I would start in this next game for sure. Neres maybe is coming back, right? So Chiquinho's sitting down. João Mario's gonna have to run it back. You're gonna have to run it back. You're gonna have to. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
I think it depends a lot whether you play Tuesday or Wednesday, whether you play the 16th or the 17th, because even though it may not sound much, one day makes a big difference. So, because you get travel a day later, so you get one more day in Lisbon, one more day to train, one more day, one more like afternoon, evening to rest. But yeah.
Yeah, that mint green CR7. Cynthia had one.
Okay, so we're playing the 17th. Okay, so it's on Wednesday.
Okay, so Saturday Saturday works. Saturday game works.
Am I off Thursday? I think I'm off Thursday.
17th, and then when? Okay, so look, here we go. 17, and then that means we play the following Wednesday, which was what date?
Yeah, I'm off Thursday, bro, which means we can definitely
the 24th, and then the draw's the next day.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so we play the 24th, and yeah, I'm off on that Thursday. Yeah, I'm off on that Thursday, bro. So we can run the show pretty much anytime, really. I mean,
Good to go. Yeah, we're
11,
good to go.
10, 11, or even midnight because I'm off the next day, so I can just wake up whenever.
Yeah, man. And like I said, this season is gonna. My schedule's pretty amazing. Like I got a little work to do after the show, but I mean we'll be here. BA90 will be here. Definitely. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our page, follow us on Twitter. Our names are right there at Mr. Mello, at 21. Follow Benfica After 90 on Twitter. Get at us on Twitter. I'm normally the one who's running it since I have access to the Twitter still. So get at me. You know what I'm saying? If you get got any questions, anything like that, hit us up. Let us know what's going on. And hey, like I said, if you guys ever want to be a part of the show, start hitting us up. This is about that time we start bringing people in. We'd like to get your insights and like to make you guys a part of the show. You know what I mean? And then that way you tell your friends, they, maybe you get on things like that, and it just spreads, you know what I mean? And in this season, I think it's just going to be, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season. A lot of positive vibes. It's been different. It feels different already. It feels, just how I wore a bag on my head one time, you know what I mean? So it's like we've come a long way, I feel like, as far as just the feeling and the expectation that we have for Benfica this year. So for me here, everybody at Benfica After 90, for Luis, man, we really appreciate y'all coming in, man. Benfica fan, Reigning Entertainment, Cynthia, thanks for joining us. D, as always, Zachary Grimes, we got Zach Silva. We also got my boy Ross Brown, who became a member, a subscriber today. We really appreciate that. The subscriber thing, that just keeps us going. You know what I mean? It keeps us, it pays the rent, I guess, if you will. We have a rent saved up. I'm very curious to see what we got saved up in there so we can go ahead and pay this full year of StreamYard, because this shit costs. All right, this shit costs. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. So again, thank you guys for joining us. We will we'll catch y'all later, man. We're gonna leave y'all today on how we came in. What a slap.
Comboio Alfa CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa, Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada na linha número 1. Circula com um atraso de 5 minutos. A sua hora prevista de chegada é às 16 horas e 15 minutos. Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incômodos causados. Dentro do